From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday, but we like to call it here on Extra Friday Eve. There was no hand signal to move for that. We were just like, Friday Eve. That's right. Offsides.
Holding.
Yeah, that's what that is. We're so glad to have you here. We have a fun show ahead of us. Table's a little wobbly today,
it's grumpy.
Just like our, us today, we're just
we are wobbly.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're getting closer to the weekend. Yeah, we're working for the weekend, aren't we?
Always
and forever. We appreciate you streaming with us here, though. Take us with you wherever you go. Download our app. It's completely free of charge. What's the harm, right? Search us in your Fire store, your Roku store, Apple store, you name it. We're completely free of charge. First Alert 7, KOSA, and you can download us on your phone, tablet, or connected TV. Anywhere you go, take us to the grocery store, take us to work with the kids when you're dropping them off, put us on your car speakers.
My mom does that.
We're not distracting.
I'm just saying my mom does that. She drives to work down the interstate in Colorado.
Wait, we're like podcasters.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. What do podcasters do?
I hope you enjoy our... I hope you enjoy our voices, everybody.
Yes, that's right. We want West Texas to also weigh in. We keep up with polls every day, and by we, I mean our producer, Carlos, who does excellent with these things. Let's see our West Texas Weighs In comment for today. Poll, I should say. FirstAlert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code to be able to weigh in. Extra trivia. So we're doing something a little different today. Can you answer this question, you at home and us here? How many faces does a dodecahedron have? Dodecahedron. So let's work on this together, Sawyer, because this is going to require us. It's math and geometry. So dodeca, for me, that is...
Deca isn't deca 10?
I believe so, yes. And then a hedron was the shape of it.
Yes. So 12.
So we're going to go with...
Because
do is 2.
And then deca is 10.
So
10
12.
plus 2 is 12. Right?
I'll go with that. So Sawyer and I, if you'll put us down, or
locking in.
Let's lock in our answer. We'll both go into the website right now. FirstAlert7.com/vote, where you can weigh in as well. And we're going to vote that. Lauren, did you know that off camera?
No, I was just going to copy y'all's answer.
Great.
The phone is ringing, so Lauren.
All right. So let us know. We're going to check back throughout the show. We'll have the answer in 1 hour. You want to set that at the top of our 8 o'clock hour?
Oh, somebody's choosing 10.
Okay. Maybe that was Lauren, even though she heard our answer. It wouldn't be her. Let us know what you think, and we'll announce the winner eventually. We'll have to tie some giveaways to this eventually.
Maybe.
I think we'll have to work on that.
That'd be fun. I thought about this the other day and brought it up to our producer this morning and was like, hey, I think it would be fun to do trivia as well, daily trivia, so you kind of have to stick around and watch us, listen to the answer, or come back at least to figure out the answer at the end of the show, because you don't want to just vote and not know the answer, because that's not fun.
That's not fun.
But we also have no idea what Carlos chooses, either for our polls or the trivia. So this was a complete surprise to us. And now we have polls to get to as well.
You're going to love the next one.
That's true.
Oh, no, I already saw it and was laughing at it.
Goodness gracious. I was going to say, let's see what our next option is. I'm over here voting on the polls. Which option is better? And by the way, the answer is highlighted on this. I'm not sure why. I think I clicked something.
Yeah, you must have accidentally clicked something.
At some point. So would you rather oversleep every day for a week or not get any sleep for a week at all? I voted for not getting any sleep for a week because I do that regularly.
I was going to say, you don't ever
So
sleep,
that doesn't faze me at all. Now, oversleep every day for a week. I know people who've done this and do this. And it's not good. It's not good at all. I have overslept for work. I will tell you. As you'd imagine on this morning show, a lot of us have, not including Sawyer.
No, I've never missed the shift.
Or even close.
No,
You're rarely even late.
No.
You're just so punctual. She's fantastic.
I have a weird internal clock, and I
Very
wake
accurate.
up pretty much 10 to 15 minutes before my alarm every day anyway. Like, most of the time, if my alarm does go off, it scares me because I'm like, this isn't normal, because usually I'm up anyway. And so then I'll just shut them off and, sit there. And but yes, I have a really good internal clock. I have never overslept for this shift, which is good. Same can't be said for some other people on the weather team, but that's okay.
Jeez, poor Ethan.
I didn't say his name. You're the one that said it.
There's only 2 of y'all extra, and on top of that, goodness gracious.
Well.
That was funny.
Anyway.
Well, let us know what you think on this. Again, firstalert7.com/vote. It's not fun when we oversleep for work, especially on a TV show. So that's not a good thing. But let us know if you have as well. We'd like to know in the comments section. We're monitoring our Facebook Live comments. So if you have a story you'd like to share with us, we will share it for you. We're just oversharing here. So if you tell us your story about being late, we'll share it with you as well. Belinda says, good morning, Matthew and Sawyer.
Good morning.
Oversleep for sure. So Belinda, if you have any stories, by the way, you'd like to share, let us know. Linnell, she says, have a wonderful day to both of us.
Speaking of stories, it's not really oversleeping, but I told this, did I tell it on television / extra? About how in middle school I woke up and yeah, I did.
Oh, and you got ready for school.
Yeah, and I got ready for school.
Maybe for the viewers who haven't heard.
Well, okay, so I was in middle school, 6th grade year. I was in basketball, playing basketball, so I had to go to school pretty early. And one of my friends who lived down the street, we would carpool together. Her mom would take us to basketball because my parents had to get to work, whatever. So it's, I don't know what day it is during the week, but it's, so I go to bed, normal time, whatever. I wake up, my alarm, I thought my alarm went off, but I guess apparently didn't. But I wake up, think it's time to get ready for basketball, eat breakfast, do my normal morning routine, and then as I go to get dressed, get ready, I look at the clock and it's 2 a.m. And I literally ate breakfast, was watching television, got all my stuff ready for basketball.
At 2 in the morning.
And then I looked at the clock and it was 2 or 3 and I was like, oh.
I just had a thought.
Yes.
What if it was a premonition or something early in your life telling you what you're going to be doing later on in your career? Because now that is your normal time to get up. 2:30 in the morning.
I mean, no, I don't think it was. But
okay.
Sure, if you want to go there, sure. No, I mean, we've talked about this before. I love sleep. I do not like waking up early. I'm not a night owl. I'm not a morning person. I'm an afternoon pigeon is what my mom and I call it.
So you're a very boring person.
I am a
9 to 5.
Yes.
Very boring.
I want a normal schedule. I want to be able to get off, go to bed at 9, 10, get up, not terribly early, but not terribly late. Work a normal shift. Obviously, I don't do that, but no. Well, and it's funny because I traveled a couple months ago, and my alarm to travel, literally, I just set it, and it was my work alarm because I was well, I get up at this time anyway, normally, and normally people who get up extra early to travel are having a hard time, struggling, and I was I'm up this time anyway. This is normal for me. Get me to the airport.
Get to the airport, that's right. No, I'm quite the opposite. I've always, my entire life, been on essentially what I'm on right now. I stay up all night and sleep all day, sleep late. Struggle for me going to school.
Party animal, okay.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I generally would be up all night. I've never had a good sleep schedule my entire life. I've always been sleep deprived. So I just work best at it. I work best.
I need no more than.
It's not, but I get no more than 4 hours of sleep.
No, he
4 or
comes
5
in
hours
some
at
mornings
most.
and he's yeah, I got 30 minutes. I'm like,
Sundays and Mondays.
Cool.
But I can run on that. I can make it work. I'm tired. Right now, I've got an hour last night, for instance, or last night, a few hours ago.
You guys.
But that's normal for me, and I can run on that. Probably, we'll see what the long-term effects of that are.
Wait, 2 more years and then you won't.
I do have memory problems
He
sometimes.
does. He
so
forgets things all the time.
I'm starting to see, now that I'm approaching my 30s, here in a couple of years.
Hello.
We're going to start seeing the effects of that.
No,
I'm sure. But for me, generally, I've always been a lot of my families as well. We all worked overnights at some point. It's just kind of in our blood. But some folks, like you said, enjoy normal schedules, a healthy sleep schedule of 9 to 5, even though you're currently not on that and haven't been for years. But maybe one day we'll get back to it, just like Jacob Brandenburg did.
Yes, good for him.
We have a poll that Belinda answered. Linnell said oversleep on that vote. Belinda says horse on this poll. Which barnyard animal would you prefer to have as a pet at home? I also voted a horse, by the way,
that's pretty
Belinda.
common out here in West Texas, I feel like.
Which is
a lot
why,
of people have
yeah.
horses, I chose pig. We've talked about me wanting to have a pig as a pet before.
I'm surprised chicken didn't come in first.
Yeah, I was going to say chickens are...
Eggs are so expensive, even though they've come down in price.
Gone down.
Yeah, where did y'all see?
Yeah, we read about that the other day on Extra.
I was surprised by that headline.
But no, and I know a lot of people, I don't really know about out here. I would assume so, that a lot of people have chickens as well.
Oh, yes. Even when they're not supposed to.
Did that kangaroo ever get found?
It did.
Okay.
Not long after that. Yes, I never talked about that. That's true. There was a kangaroo loose in West Odessa, and it got found. So all is well.
Alive?
Alive and well.
Okay, good.
Yes, that's a good question. That's good to clarify. Yes.
Cool.
So glad to hear it. Would you rather fight, oh boy, one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? I chose 100 duck-sized horses.
I don't know. What did I choose? I chose
Give them a good old.
duck-sized horses, I
Kick.
think. Yeah. Because I was thinking about one horse-sized duck.
I can imagine that they would flap their wings and knock you out.
Flap your wings. It would like peck at you. It would
That wouldn't
crush
end
you
well.
with its what are they called?
The beak?
The webbed
The flippers?
feet. Yeah, the flippers.
I was picturing a rubber duck, so y'all are like.
A rubber duck.
That's for some reason. What
It
was in
doesn't
my
say
head.
rubber duck.
I know, but I was picturing a giant yellow duck. But now that you guys are talking,
Why would
I
you have to
realize-
fight a
It's
rubber duck?
I
actually.
realize that it's actually a duck, and I regret my answer.
It's hilarious, but thank you for
But
that.
yes, I'd say 100 duck-sized horses. Bring it on.
And then we have a couple more that we should speed through. Well, we
We
have
do.
2 more actually. Which cryptid would you rather meet?
I've only ever heard of a few of these, but I said the chupacabra. That's what I went with because I think I've seen one. Yes, maybe it was a coyote. Maybe it was a dog with mange. But on the ranch, you see a lot of things. Anybody? Okay, well, fine. What are your answers then? Nobody believes me. I didn't say Bigfoot. It was the chupacabra was very viable.
No, it's just funny. I'm sorry.
They
and
eat-
you were
eat
like
goats.
so confident
They like
in
suck
it
the blood
too.
out of the goats.
You're like, yeah, chupacabra. I think probably the Loch Ness monster. I think it would be cool to
That
go
would
to
be
s-
cool.
Go to Scotland,
Nessie.
see Nessie, see the Loch Ness monster, or Bigfoot as well. But I feel like Bigfoot's kind of creepy. Like the Loch Ness monster.
Bigfoot can run after you.
Yeah, exactly. The Loch Ness monster, like as
So
long
can
as you're not in the
Mothman.
water, you can just kind of like chill, and but
Belinda on the previous one went with one horse-sized duck. Ooh,
intriguing.
intriguing,
I would like
Belinda.
to
Very
hear
strong.
Your
Your take
reasoning
on
of
this
that.
too, the cryptid.
All right, and then in your experience, since we talked about this, what is the best shift to work?
We just talked about this. I chose the graveyard shift, the best one. 40% say
You do like working the actual overnight.
the midnight. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
you get a
uh,
lot of good sleep on that one.
I get good sleep. I am here locked in by myself. It's fantastic.
He enjoys being.
I think our
alone,
producer
everybody.
can attest to that. It's nice to be able to sit down and get to work.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also those who enjoy a morning shift. Is in morning, I imagine that's like a normal day shift. And then there's no.
Morning. I'm assuming is like us.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking. What did you mean by that, Carlos? Okay, so kind of this or into days.
I did midday, which to me is like 9 to 5.
Okay, maybe so. We'll
Because
take
then like
it.
night shift to me for
That is
like,
like
us
2
at
to
least
11.
is 2 to 11. Yeah,
Yes.
give or take, or 2 to 10.
That's kind of the way I took
3
that
to
as
midnight,
well.
give or take. So
Graveyard is truly though
midday
peak.
for us is what we would call day side,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like 9 to 5, 9 to 6, give or take.
I love it. I think it's a wonderful shift, and all of you graveyard shift workers who are just getting off work and joining us, we appreciate what you do, and we hope you'll enjoy yourself a nice dinner here shortly. Belinda says Bigfoot, by the way, is what her preference would be on the last poll. Sorry if the comments are a little delayed, y'all. Armando says morning shift. Good morning, Armando. Thank you very much for commenting. Very nice. Okay. Well, let us know. firstalert7.com/vote.
Yes.
And scan the QR code right there on your screen. And again, thanks for streaming with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're going to come back in just a few minutes with a look at your First Alert 7 forecast with meteorologist Sawyer McRoy. We'll have a look at what we can expect for the rest of our day and also the rest of our week heading into the weekend. Stay with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra and take us with you wherever you go. Download our app on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play. Stay with us.
Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines as we do start off the day. It is going to be a touch cooler across the region as a cold front does pass through the area. Temperatures warming right back up, though, heading into the weekend. And some relief is on the way coming up next week. Behind a cold front on Monday, looking to cool those temperatures down and bring rain and thunderstorm chances to the forecast as well. Temperatures are going to remain above normal throughout the majority of the next 10 days, with the exception of Monday and the passage of that cold front this weekend, though, 21 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. And like I mentioned, that front on Monday looks to bring rain chances back to the region, especially on Tuesday into Wednesday, with that best chance Tuesday night into Wednesday. This morning, though, we are hanging on to a few clouds across the region, but quiet conditions. Those temperatures across the state ranging from the 40s to the 60s, 60 degrees currently at Midland International Air and Spaceport, and those winds anywhere from being calm to about 20 miles per hour, give or take. We are hanging on to some clouds across the state, but quiet conditions. And looking at that travelcast for today, sunny and warm for the Midland Odessa area, 79 degrees for that high temperature, low overnight of 49. If you are traveling anywhere across the state of Texas today, here's a look at what to expect. 81 with sunny skies for Dallas, 83 partly cloudy, a little bit breezy for Houston, 88 sunny skies and breezy for Austin, 76 sunshine for Lubbock. Looking at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, like I just mentioned, we are going to see temperatures warming right back up into the 80s and even 90s. For some coming up this weekend. Out of that front on Monday, cooling things down back into the 60s and 70s, but still looking to see above normal temperatures sticking around throughout the majority of the next 10 days.
Yeah, no kidding about that. Definitely looking like a mild to warm, very warm forecast heading through the weekend, the next 4 to 5 days. And then we start to see that change when the way of the cold fronts coming in, breezy conditions, up to windy at some points, and then rain chances as well. So nice to see that. You can also find this forecast, of course, on the First Alert 7 mobile weather app anytime. Be sure and download it. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play as well. A quick reminder for you, and an update, I should say. We have some breaking news into the newsroom a moment ago. Coming out from XTRA County Elections Assistant Election Administrator saying that they are redirecting voters from the MCM Elegante Hotel voting location in one of their ballrooms there. This is because there was a power outage that caused, an accident that caused a power outage. They have 4 other early voting locations available. You can find those on our website, firstalert7.com. But again, the MCM Elegante location now closed for the time being until Encore is able to go out there and put the power back up. And who knows when that's going to be. They got to get out there, still assess the situation. But this is just coming into the newsroom. They will let the public know when they can come back to that location again. Early voting underway today and tomorrow until the election day next Tuesday for primaries. But again, MCM Elegante Hotel polling station closed because of a power outage due to an accident. We'll continue to gather information on that as well. Yasmin wanted to weigh in on our poll about what shift is the best. She says midday is more like 11 to 8, commenting on that. So 11 to 8, like a mid shift. Okay. Good to know, Yasmin. Thank you. Lena Faye says, good morning, family. Good morning to you, Lena. Good to have you here with us. Glad to have you here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're having a lot of fun this morning. We're trying to add more polls in. Let us know what you want to see. We take feedback too, by the way. We love the comments for that reason.
Yes.
Do you want more polls? Do you want more Matthew? Do you want
less Sawyer, more Matthew? Which, hey, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so Sawyer can go. Yes, exactly.
Bye.
Just kidding. No, we have to have the show with Sawyer. She's my co-host. Don't go anywhere. We have some stories we also want to talk about now.
Okay.
This one is a fascinating story coming out of the area here where the Texas Department of Transportation is asking you at home to weigh in on a new plan to expand and improve bicycle infrastructure here, which is a very important topic, I think. We have a very bustling bicycle community, as you know.
Yeah, bicycling is a big thing in the community out here, and of course safety is at the forefront of everybody's mind, so it is nice that TxDOT is looking into this and hear what they have to say.
I mean, I think a lot of people are interested in cycling, but they're scared, and it's hard to tell them to be super, to go out there and do it when the city's not really backing it.
So if you know of any way the city could improve it, maybe you have some thoughts. You can submit the feedback through the official online survey at texdot.gov. The public comment period for Odessa's bicycle plan closes March 17th. And I have had the opportunity to meet with many local members of the bicycling community here over the years, covering stories, tragic stories sometimes.
Yes.
We've seen terrible accidents claiming the lives of people who were simply cycling on the side of our roads, and especially along certain corridors in our area. You'll see what's known as ghost bikes, memorials to those that they've lost in the bicycling community. So input like this can help our government officials have an idea of what people want, but also what people need in the way of bicycle safety. So again, please weigh on that. Text.gov. That's where you can weigh in on this very important topic that affects a lot of people locally here across West Texas. Turning now to education, where SkillPoint Alliance has received a $1 million grant from the Lowe's Foundation.
The funding comes through the Gable Grants program, which supports nonprofits preparing the next generation of trade professionals.
SkillPoint Alliance offers industry-recognized certifications, hands-on training, and direct employer connections. They provide free classes in electrical, HVAC, which are both huge, especially plumbing as well, and manufacturing technician training all across Texas.
This funding will expand those programs in Austin, New Braunfels, Seguin, San Antonio, and the Permian Basin. The focus will be on increasing program capacity and connecting more Texans to these in-demand trade careers.
Many of our programs are designed to be completed in just a few weeks, and our students will be able to access these careers and really begin to increase the earnings that they get through these programs. And we're super excited that they'll be able to really potentially create generational wealth for themselves and their families.
SkillPoint Alliance says
Sorry.
It says Sawyer.
It says Sawyer.
SkillPoint Alliance says that there has been a high demand for these types of jobs for decades, and the demand has only increased in the past few years.
Huge to have this kind of public support for those coming out of school wanting to get into a trade immediately. Some trades that really are lucrative right off the bat. Plumbing, obviously you have to get apprenticeships for a lot of these things, electrical, HVAC, things that we need day in, day out, especially here in the Permian Basin with a lot of those sectors in the oil and gas industry, relying on those industries in specific as well, support industries. And so to have that kind of support from SkillPoint Alliance and also the grant from the Lowe's Foundation, fantastic to see $1 million going to programs like that. It reminds me of career and technical education, how important, how vital that is. I was a CTE student myself. So it really does pay off to have trades that way coming through for our school kids.
Yeah, those are, of course, very important professions, and some people may not realize that the trades, I don't feel like it's the case out here, but the trades are an option, straight out of school.
Sure, but elsewhere, yes. Exactly.
I feel like, people out here know that just because it's such a different industry out here in West Texas, and
lots
oil
of jobs
and lots of jobs.
Yes, industry jobs.
But it's very nice to see that support and that grant going to helping people get into those trades.
Definitely. So reach out, of course. SkillPoint Alliance has a lot of information on all of those programs. Welding is another one that we didn't touch on. Huge in the industry. That's huge around here.
Yes.
Pipeline welding, tank weld. I could go down the list of welding. I have a lot of welders in my family who make livings off of that, about going, they're out and about all over the Permian Basin. A lot of you are watching right now, getting out, and they're working all hours of the day, trying to help the industry move along forward and making some pretty good money on top of that, which is very important, of course. Of course, by the way, we also have our polls. We're going to check in with our trivia question a little bit later to see what you think. The trivia, by the way, if you want to weigh in, extra trivia, how many faces does a dodecahedron have? So Sawyer and I have made our choice. We want you to make your choice by going to firstalert7.com/vote and a QR code right there on the screen. We will bring you the answer at 8 a.m. to let you know how many sides and how many faces, I should say, does a dodecahedron have. I've heard of a decahedron, but not a dodecahedron.
Well, is a face different than a side? Now that I'm thinking that, since you said that.
No, I think face and side are similar. I think
because face is three-dimensional, side is two-dimensional.
Side is the line. Face is like the shape itself.
Oh, that's true. It's like the face facing towards you. So if it was a circle, it'd be 1 and 2.
And the dodec
Or a
3D shape.
well. A lot of questions.
Now I'm thinking that this is a three-dimensional
Because I was thinking
shape,
also
as
of
opposed to 2D.
vertices as well, which is different. Those are the points.
Yes, that's the connection
point.
point. We might be wrong now.
Well, it's good to see. We'll find out at 8 a.m., so you won't want to miss that. We're also going to take a quick break for a First Alert 7 news and weather update in about 1 minute to update our viewers on First Alert 7 on TV. So we have a lot more fun to come here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We'll have also another check of the forecast here in just about a minute or so, like I said.
Yes.
And a check of the scam, but also many other things we're talking about across the entire world. Some very fun headlines to come as well a little bit later on, especially if you're looking to upgrade your smartphone. Some interesting tech news, something I'm very interested in myself all the time, as you can tell. But now a quick news and weather update for our viewers on First Alert 7. So don't go anywhere. Wake Up West Texas Extra continues in just a moment.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Time now is 7:26. Good morning to you. I'm Matthew Alvarez here along with meteorologist Sawyer McRoy with a check of the forecast for this Thursday, Friday Eve. Good morning, Sawyer.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. Luckily not seeing any weather alerts as we do start off the day, but here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines. Slightly cooler conditions today with temperatures warming right back up heading into the weekend. Some relief is on the way next week, though, behind a cold front on Monday that will cool things down slightly and looks to bring rain and thunderstorm chances to the region as well. Looking outside of the skies of Odessa this morning, we are hanging on to some blue sky sunshine and clouds as well. Those temperatures are mild once again this morning, ranging from the 40s to the 70s. 58 currently in Midland, 61 here in Odessa. Those winds anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour, and not really seeing too many gusts across the region at the present time, so that's the good news. Like I mentioned, we are hanging on to some clouds, but otherwise quiet conditions this morning. And heading through the day, those temperatures are going to warm into the 70s, 80s, and even 90s once again for some this afternoon and evening, but a little bit cooler, especially across the Permian Basin as a cold front does pass through the area. 79 for Midland and Odessa today, 84 for Pecos, 82 for Fort Stockton, 92 though still for Presidio, and winds through the day anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Coming up tonight, expect clear skies, lows into the 40s and 50s heading into Friday morning. 49 overnight for Midland, 50 for Odessa, and light winds heading into tomorrow. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10-day forecast. Even though it will be a little bit cooler as we head into Friday, but those temperatures are going to warm right back up over the next couple of days with highs into the upper 80s, low 90s Saturday and Sunday ahead of that cold front coming up on Monday.
Sawyer, thank you very much. Let's begin tracking crime in Odessa, where a man's been arrested after allegedly beating his brother with a Bud Light tall boy. Odessa police were called to Westbrook Avenue near Oakwood about a disturbance. According to police, Benjamin Montoya told them that he'd been in a fight with his brother. Officers made contact with his brother, Raul Ledesma, who was bleeding from his mouth, missing a front tooth, and had a fractured jaw. Apparently, this happened, as the wife told officers, after they went into Montoya's house to return a phone. Montoya became upset and started to hit Ledesma in the face with his beer. Montoya was arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon causing serious bodily injury. Now to a scammer out of Alpine, where the city wants you to know about fraudulent emails going around. These emails have been sent to people who submitted planning and zoning applications. The emails requesting large payments for application review or approval fees. They may even appear to come from city officials, but they are a scam. Remember, do not send any money and always verify payment requests by calling the city directly using the official phone number as well. If you receive a suspicious email, report it to Alpine Police. We'll see you in half an hour. Keep it here on First Alert 7.
From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you, and thank you so much for waking up with us on this Thursday, Friday Eve. I'm Matthew Alvarez, along with meteorologist Sawyer McElroy. Sawyer, good morning to you.
Hello, I am a voice in the void once again. I'm sorry.
She's
We
a
were
phantom.
dealing with stuff.
She's
That's for
always
sure.
the most punctual person I know getting to work, but never to the desk.
Just say I am punctual, so don't make fun of me. I was working on something, okay, people?
There we go. She's back here with us now this morning. Good to have you with us, Sawyer. Welcome to Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Hi. I'm tired now.
So good to have
I
you
got
with us.
breath.
Belinda says, have a good day. Y'all do an amazing job. Thank you very much,
you.
Belinda.
That's
very
so kind.
We do try. We do try our best as
Sure.
well. We want to get back to our polls because we're having
Yes,
such
we
a
have
good time with it.
And we have something new that we introduced today. It is
Oh, I was like, what?
trivia here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're going to
So
do a
fun.
trivia question every day, and you have to tune back in to see that answer coming up at 8 o'clock right after our next cut-in that we have, and then we'll do it again the second hour, and that will be right around 9 a.m.
And then we'll have a second trivia question.
Oh, we're going to do a different one?
I think so, right? 1 an hour?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come up
producer
with one,
says
or our
he's okay
producer
with that.
comes with one. It doesn't matter. Whatever works.
All right, but this one for this first hour is how many faces does a dodecahedron have?
Ugh.
And then
Geometry
we
and-
thought of this a couple minutes ago, that this is, yes, a 3D shape. This is not a two-dimensional shape.
Because of one key word,
Faces.
faces.
Yes, because initially I was like, oh yeah, sides. But faces. So think about that in your
Mind.
Yes, mind, yeah, your thought process.
Sure.
And then choose the answer. 80% say 12, 20% say 10. We had a thought
But-
process that do in our mind is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do, 2.
Do, re, mi.
Sure. Anyway, and then deca is 10, I believe, right?
That is, yes.
Okay.
So-
and then hedron obviously is like
The shape.
The shape. So then we're like 10 plus 2, 12. So that's what Matthew and I both chose.
But
But now
there could be a trick question involved in
Thinking.
this with the 3D aspect of it. We won't get into it too much. Let you figure it out.
Yes, think about it.
But it could be interesting. The answer might surprise you. I actually don't know it, so it may not surprise you. We'll find out at 8 a.m. So please join us for that. Go to firstalert7.com/vote, scan the QR code on your screen, or go to our website and click vote at the very top of it. You'll be able to weigh in on what you think, or comment below on our Facebook Live or YouTube channel as well. Which option is better on this aspect? Oversleeping every day for a week, or not getting any sleep for a week? I chose the latter.
Yeah, you don't ever get any sleep anyway, so that's not anything new for you. I chose oversleep because I love sleep. The fact that we only get about 6 hours on this shift, give or take, hurts my heart because I like sleep. On the weekends, I like sleep for like 12
Have you
hours.
considered going to bed earlier?
No, because I already go to bed really early.
You don't have to get 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, but my dog is kind of pain, and
So there's other factors involved.
and when we hit daylight saving time, which actually is coming up, not
It's
this
coming
weekend,
up.
but next weekend,
You make
everybody.
a good point.
It stays brighter later. Exactly. No more darkness, according to our director.
And the blackout curtains struggle with that
blackout
full
curtains
brightness.
don't really. They help a little bit, but not really. And my bedroom faces west. The sun is blaring into those windows. It gets hot. I have a hard time going to sleep, even anyway at like 8.
About 7.5 years ago when I started on this show, I the whole first year was on this show and working overnights, full midnight to 8 a.m. I would go to bed at 10:30 in the morning. I had no curtains actually at all.
How?
It was full sunlight.
Matthew,
I can sleep in any
never.
lighting.
Not me. It has to be dark. It has to be cool. Like
Cool? No, definitely not.
masks bother me.
They would too. I couldn't sleep with a mask.
Well, if
I
I'm
can't
already
sleep if I
hot
don't
and
have
overstimulated, I don't want something on my face. No, thank you.
I am very cold all the time, so I like to sleep very warm and very covered up and very warm at the same time. Like 80 degrees is great.
You're crazy.
I know, I'm very unusual. Y'all are both very cold. Y'all are cold as in like you like being cold.
Yes, I
That's
like
more
being
of what
cold. I was gonna say,
I mean. I'm actually cold all the time, unpleasantly.
Yeah, no, I like to be
cold hurts
I
me.
would rather it be cold than hot. You know, this weekend it was nice because, yeah, my apartment got down to around 62, 63 again. And I was like, oh, beautiful. But now, yeah, it's like 74, 75 again. And I'm like, oh.
That's where I keep it normally. That's like the bottom of my thermostat, 75 degrees.
Well, and then I'm going to get into this because why not? Electricity out here is very expensive. I don't like it. It's so expensive out here. And So in the summer when it's 100 degrees.
And you're running that thing like crazy, huh?
Well, either I'm running it like crazy and have a $400 electric bill, which
Right.
No thank you, or B, I keep it hotter so then my electric bill is lower, but then I'm hot. And honestly, like, and we've talked about this, I don't mind. I mean, I don't like being hot, but I could like deal with it. But I also have my dog, so I'm always like worried about my dog overheating because she's old. She's, you know, and then I leave her alone when I'm at work. So I'm like, I don't want her to get hot. So that's kind of the reason why I like crank my air up, temperature down a little
Want her to
bit,
be comfy.
because I don't want her to overheat. I don't mind, you know, being warm. I don't like being warm, but like I'll survive. But I'm worried about her.
Yeah, she does have a fur coat, so that's true. Good point there.
Not that much. She's a beagle, but
That's true. Yeah, so she'll be okay.
Yes.
Well, let us know what you think as well. Comment below on our Facebook Live. We want to hear what you think as West Texas continues to weigh in. Take us with you, though, wherever you go as well. The grocery store, your work, wherever it is, you can watch us live anywhere. You can also watch the rest of the First Alert 7 shows, all of our newscasts on our app. Download it now on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Now for the fun stories. Take a look at this. A kindly Connecticut resident left some provisions, as it's called, or food or snacks, for squirrels after a light snow covered the New Haven area yesterday. According to the National Weather Service, parts of New Haven recorded up to 2.2 inches of snow on Wednesday, 2 days after a blizzard slammed the region. Are you okay? That was very loud. Oh my goodness gracious. That was very loud. Exhale. Is it the squirrel or the provisions?
no, you skipped our ICAM tour.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have time for it. I'm sorry. It's already 37.
I was ready to go, and then you're like, nope, squirrels.
I see. I'm sorry. Well, I care about squirrels more than the ICAMs today for some reason, even though I'm sure they're beautiful.
It's
We
okay.
probably should take a moment to take a live look outside. We've seen the squirrel already. Let's go back. You're right. Look at that beautiful shot of Odessa on Grandview. I was wondering, I was like, what did I do? I missed one slug in the show.
I was like, hello? No, okay, I'm sorry.
It's
Matt.
beautiful. No, it's fine. We did see the squirrel in our show earlier. Essentially, they're migrating right now, or I'm sorry, they're trying to keep warm for the winter. They're eating, going back into their little burrows.
Yes, and then the homeowner joked that they needed the snacks, and they're probably sick of the, they're sick of the snow and might want to go to Florida. I wanted to go. This is why I said, ooh, ready?
There it is. Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah, there's Bigfoot running around in there somewhere. Where's this at?
This is the Mountain Gods in.
Okay. This is Sierra. Okay, Sierra
Yes.
Blanca and all that. That looks
Yes, so this is
fantastic.
looking at the mountains out there. Obviously, not a ton of snow on the peak there.
For reference, this is a very zoomed-in image from the end of the Mountain Gods, facing towards Ski Apache. I've actually been here. Very nice resort. They have a zip line from the mountain over the lake there.
Love a zip line.
Very nice.
I've never ridden a zip
in
line.
Mescaleto, New Mexico.
Yes.
To be specific. So very nice area there. Beautiful trees. Fire danger, of course, always a concern for that part of the state. As you can see, a lot of brush in that area. So be mindful out there.
Well,
And all of us here in West Texas.
Been a couple of years since those fires? 2, 3
Not
years?
even, yeah, maybe 2, 3 years. But yeah, we had a good view from here of the helicopter and water fire crews trying to put out the fires. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. It's a beautiful part of New Mexico for sure that a lot of West Texans enjoy quite often.
All right, now we can get back to the squirrels. Or
Okay,
whatever's
next we have Pokemon celebrating its
Ooh.
30th anniversary. It's headed to Tokyo, Japan. Fans tell AFP why they love the franchise so much, saying, quote, I feel like the Pokemon characters, the voices and everything are just really adorable. That's from one Japanese fan. They also say they can create bonds with the fictional characters when they play the game. I have never been a Pokemon guy. I've seen a couple episodes of the show. I know Pikachu, he's an icon, along with Ash.
Aang as Avatar.
It's because we were talking about the Airbender
yesterday
sorry.
or 2 days ago, yes.
Ash.
Yes.
Very similar names. But
Yes, gotta
there's
catch
more.
'em all.
Got to catch them all. Yeah, there you go. There's more than 1,000 different Pokemon characters you can catch. When I started in news 10 years ago, just about, all the rage was Pokemon Go.
Go.
We had stories after story of Pokemon
About people
Go.
walking in the middle of the road and getting hit by a car because
Correct.
they were on Pokemon Go and not paying attention.
Chris Kavanaugh, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
It was more like just finding people. I don't believe I remember anyone actually getting injured here.
Oh, well, that happened.
At the same time, though, you'll remember also the clowns. That was the exact same time that was happening. I remember all this. I was an intern still, and I would go out with reporters and cover a lot of these stories.
Were there clowns out here?
There were sightings, yes, absolutely.
intriguing.
Absolutely.
I I don't think either of us played Pokemon Go.
I never played it. No,
No.
I didn't ever fall into the hype of it.
No.
I remember that Hillary Clinton meme, Pokemon go to the polls. What is that? Oh my gosh. Sorry.
I mean,
still remember that.
go to the polls, but
Yeah, go to the polls. That's true. She's right. You should go vote primary day. You cannot go to the MCM Elegante Hotel, though. Their power's out because of a crash nearby. We'll let you know if that changes, though, at some point.
yes.
We definitely followed, excuse me, a tangent from Pokemon to the polls.
It was a very good, like, segue, actually.
It actually worked nicely.
It
was
really
quite
was.
smooth.
Yes.
Let's go to a monkey now. A monkey we all love.
Yes.
Punch. He was spotted clinging to the leg of a zookeeper during feeding time in Ichikawa, Japan on Tuesday. You know, if we have any Punch news, we're going to share it right here.
Yes, we love Punch.
We do. He's the baby macaque who, after he was abandoned by his mom, took to his stuffed toy for comfort, that toy being an orange orangutan plushie that it looks like he's now gaining some separation with.
Yeah, you know, it's not in this video at all. He's with the rest of his troop, getting some snacks, some food, and even kind of hanging out with the zookeeper as well.
Absolutely. They seem to be taking on him nice. 7 months old, we've learned. So
Yes.
he's tiny.
Little baby.
Very little baby. We're hoping he grows up nicely with his troop. It looks like they're really taking him on as one of their own, which is nice.
Yes.
Some tech news, very interesting. Samsung unveiled its new Galaxy S26 smartphones on Wednesday, putting a heavy focus on, what else? AI. The new S26 lineup features AI agents designed to predict what a user wants to do next and accomplish tasks on their behalf. Beyond the software, though, the phone features hardware upgrades, including a more powerful processor and a camera system that captures better photos in the dark. There's also new screen technology prevents bystanders from seeing sensitive data like your PIN codes and passwords. And while AI is a big this year, analysts say most consumers still buy new phones out of the necessity and prioritize things like fancy cameras, better displays, new colors. The S26 lineup is now available for pre-order on Samsung.com.
You need a new phone, Matthew?
No, I actually decided, take your own word for it, of course. I looked at it, saw the technology. It's not enough for me to go from my Fold. I currently have a Z Fold 7. It's a folding phone. The cameras are not as upgraded as the S26 lineup. Very nice cameras they have. A bigger aperture, same lenses on this phone, but bigger aperture, allowing more light in on both the lens, the telephoto, and the periscope lens. That's going to make your nighttime photos look a lot better. Now, something interesting, kind of pushing the bleeding edge of technology here, is you've ever seen those privacy screens where you put it on your phone and you turn your phone a certain angle,
and
it's
you
blacked
can't see
out.
it, yeah.
They've now built this into the
Into
pixels.
the phone? Ooh, that's
So
nice.
it turns on vertically, that there's certain pixels on the phone, this screen, that look directly at you, only up and down at a 90-degree angle. The other pixels, like if you look at your phone right now on to the side, they kind of shine sideways. You can still see your phone pretty well. Well, you can turn the feature on and off, and those pixels will disable or enable. And so when you turn the phone sideways, if you have it disabled or turn on privacy screen, you won't be able to see anything. Only the
Interesting.
pixels that are firing at your eyes you'll be able to see. So
I
you
like
have to
that.
hold it at a complete 90-degree angle. It's really interesting technology. You do lose a little bit of quality, I think, on the screen quality itself. But it's a first-gen product in the way of that screen, so I'm curious how other manufacturers will tie into this. I'm thinking Apple will join the party much later. They're known for holding off until they have it perfected.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. They've also released some redesigned buds as well, but always interesting to see what Samsung Unboxed is going to bring. I keep my eye very close on it as well. I have lots of Samsung products myself. But really interesting to see. They've also started the price bumping as well a little bit. So prices are a little higher on all of these models. The highest end one, $1,300 for
Oh my
one
gosh.
phone.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
It is a lot. Turning now to Mr. Clean, he's retiring. That's according to social media posts attributed to the bald and brawny cartoon mascot. He says he's earned some time off after more than 60 years of representing his namesake brand. Procter & Gamble says that packaging for Mr. Clean products will stay the same. The company says the retirement, quote unquote, is tied to an upcoming announcement. I wonder if this is a publicity stunt. Kind of like
Intriguing.
IHOP turned
It's like
to
how
IHOB.
Duolingo died.
Oh,
Did you not hear that?
Mr. Peanut died. I remember that one.
Yeah, Duo died like 2 years ago.
Is he back?
Yes.
Okay, so it was a publicity thing.
Yes.
So probably something like this. You can't get rid of Mr. Clean and his bald head. I love it. He's like an icon. No. There's a commercial where he was
No, don't look it up. Let's go to break first, and then we'll look it up.
fine. Well, interesting there. Look up Mr. Clean in case you're wondering if you haven't heard of Mr. Clean. Maybe some people haven't. I wonder if younger kids know Mr. Clean.
I hope they do.
They should. They got.
Yeah, I was
That's the
gonna
thing.
say,
They
do
don't. No, they don't watch TV.
No.
We'll
I love
see
Mr.
him.
Clean, though.
Might be a poll. Do you know Mr. Clean? Because you should. He's retiring soon, apparently. We've still got a lot more to come here on Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. Here's a look at those temperatures as we do start off the day. It is mild once again this morning, but you might want to grab that light jacket heading out the door because we are seeing those temperatures ranging from the 40s to the 70s for some. Sitting at 57 currently in Midland, 61 here in Odessa. Those winds anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour, and we are not seeing any gusts right now, so that's the good news there. Looking at satellite and radar, we are hanging on to partly cloudy skies, but quiet conditions this morning. And heading through the day, we are going to see mostly sunny skies, quiet conditions, winds picking up slightly with the passage of a cold front, but not too bad. And then those winds will be calming down by this evening and into tonight as well. Really looking to see a nice night ahead heading into Friday. Temperatures today are going to warm up nicely, though, into the 70s, 80s, and even 90s for some once again. 79 for Midland and Odessa, 84 for Pecos, 82 for Fort Stockton, 92 for Presidio, and those winds anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Strongest winds expected across portions of southeast New Mexico as we head through the day. But for the Midland Odessa area, Permian Basin, only about 10 to 15 miles per hour for those winds. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we do have that front on the way today, like I mentioned, cooling things down slightly for some. Then temperatures right back up into the 80s and even 90s for some by this weekend. 88 for Midland and Odessa coming up Saturday and Sunday as well. Out of a cold front that will cool things down on Monday. Temperatures back into the 60s and 70s heading into that new week, and some rain and thunderstorm chances as well. But overall, we are going to see those hot and dry conditions continuing throughout the next couple of days, with potential record breakers once again coming up this weekend. Sunday's current record is 89 degrees, so not looking to break that record. Saturday, couldn't find because it's in February and I went to March because it's that weird transition period where we switch over and head into the new month, but I'll look that up later. But overall, we are looking to see things cooling down coming up next week, and I'm looking forward to that, especially after this weekend.
Time now for Money with Mickey. The Supreme Court has ruled against tariffs, and new readings on inflation and consumer confidence combined to push the stock market higher yesterday. Joining us now to discuss all of this is Mickey Cargill from Cargill Investments, joining us live in studio. Mickey, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matthew.
So tariff drama seems to stay in the headlines consistently. What is the result of this big Supreme Court decision?
Well, the Supreme Court said that the president did not have the power under the code that he was using to apply tariffs. They said that belongs to Congress, that power belongs to Congress. So the president stepped back, put another rule in place, and applied a different tariff for everyone. Now, the tariff is a little bit lower than it was previously, but he has intention to raise it a little bit more. So there's still tariffs, it's just they're applied by a different rule.
So will there be refunds of tariffs that have already been collected, Mickey?
Matthew, that's the question that the Supreme Court did not address, so we don't know the answer to that. My understanding is that a company would have to prove that they were harmed by the tariffs in order to get a refund. Now, all this time, companies have been telling us that they had to raise their prices because of tariffs. So if they raised their prices and passed tariffs on to the consumer, they had no harm. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the courts.
I'm curious, what was the new reading on consumer confidence itself? And also, how does that affect stock prices with that surge we saw?
So consumer confidence went up to 91.2 in the latest reading. That's up from 89. Now, the numbers themselves are somewhat meaningless. It's just that they are increasing. Consumer confidence is still considered to be cautious at this point, but it has been improving the last 3 months. The impact on the stock market is simply that as consumers are more confident, they spend more money, and that means corporate profits are higher, driving up stock prices. It's good for the stock market.
I'm curious how, and a lot of people are, how will the new tariffs affect inflation?
Well, you know, and it all comes down to how you look at the tariffs and whether they're actually being passed on or not. The most recent inflation numbers are 2.4%. The Fed target is 2%. You know, that's down from 9% 2 years ago. So inflation's definitely moving the right direction. Whenever we talked about it earlier, you know, getting from 3% to 2% is going to be extremely sticky, and that's going to take some time. But, you know, it is moving the right direction. The impact of tariffs, if they are applied, you know, if they are passed on to consumers, which I believe they're not, but if they are applied to consumers, that's about 11% of our economy. The average tariff is 13.2%. So there should be, you know, under that scenario, a one-time acceleration of inflation of 1.3% that would roll off after April. So we'll see in May whether tariffs are actually passed on to the consumers or not.
Very fascinating information there. Mickey Cargill with Cargill Investments joins us every Thursday here on Wake Up West Texas. Mickey, we appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you, Matthew.
Very fascinating topic there. News across the nation this morning where President Trump's Surgeon General nominee appeared for a confirmation hearing.
And the Louvre in France has undergone some big changes at the top. CBS's Jesse Mitchell has some of today's top stories.
Dr. Casey Means, President Trump's nominee for Surgeon General, appeared before the Senate Health Committee Wednesday for a confirmation hearing. The wellness influencer and longtime supporter of Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was questioned by senators from both sides of the aisle on a range of topics, from vaccines and abortion to psychedelic mushrooms. Some critics have opposed her nomination because surgeon generals are typically physicians with clinical experience, but Means dropped out of her medical residency program and acknowledges her medical license is inactive. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is scheduled to provide a deposition today as part of the House Oversight Committee's ongoing investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Clinton's testimony will take place near her New York State home and will be both transcribed and filmed. She and former President Bill Clinton agreed to provide depositions after the Republican-led House moved toward a vote to hold them in contempt of Congress. And the Louvre, the famous Parisian art museum that's home to the Mona Lisa, has a new director. The French government announced Wednesday that art historian Christophe Lariboe will take the reins from the Louvre's outgoing director, who resigned in the wake of a scandal involving a high-profile jewelry heist last fall. In October, thieves spent less than 8 minutes in broad daylight stealing crown jewels from the Louvre, valued at $102 million. Those are some of the day's top stories. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
Now we're going to take a quick break for a news and weather update this morning. We have a lot to talk about in the way of the forecast, but also some headlines we want to get to as well for our viewers on TV on First Alert 7 CBS. So don't go anywhere. A lot more news, extra fun, a lot more to come here on Wake Up West Texas Extra in just a moment. So stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Time now is 7:56. Good morning to you. I'm Matthew Alvarez alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy joining us for a check of the forecast this morning. Sawyer, how are you?
Good morning, Matthew. Happy Thursday. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines. As we do start off the day, we are going to see things slightly cooler across the region behind a cold front, warming things back up, heading right into the weekend with some relief on the way possibly next week behind another cold front on Monday. Looking outside over the skies, a big swing this morning. We are hanging on to blue skies, sunshine, quiet conditions out there, but hanging on to some clouds across other portions of the region. Those temperatures ranging from the 40s to the 70s, 57 currently in Midland and Odessa, 53 in Big Spring. Those winds anywhere from being calm to 15 miles per hour. And like I mentioned, we are hanging on to some clouds across the region, but otherwise quiet conditions. Temperatures through today are going to warm into the 70s, 80s, and 90s, so slightly cooler, especially across the Permian Basin. 79 for Midland and Odessa today, 84 for Pecos, 82 for Fort Stockton, 92 for Presidio. Some areas still going to be on the warm side. Those winds today anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour under mostly sunny skies. Looking ahead to tonight, clear skies, quiet conditions, lows into the 40s, 50s, and a few 60s as well. 49 for Midland, 50 for Odessa. Those winds anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast where we are going to see those temperatures warming right back up into the weekend with highs into the 80s and 90s, cooling things down once again in the new week with highs into the 60s and 70s and some rain chances on the way as well, especially coming up Tuesday night and into Wednesday.
Let's begin tracking crime now, where two suspects in a shooting incident have been captured in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. State police confirmed that Jovan Martinez and Michaela Johnson have been apprehended in Fort Sumner. The pair is accused of firing shots at New Mexico State Police during a recent traffic stop. State police are thanking law enforcement partners for their support and crediting residents of Fort Sumner for their vigilance and cooperation throughout the incident. More details are expected in an official news release. A scam alert this morning out of Alpine, where the city wants you to know about fraudulent emails going around. Those emails have been sent to people who submitted planning and zoning applications. The email is requesting large payments for application review or approval fees. They may even appear to come from city officials, but they are a scam. Remember, do not send any money and always verify payment requests by calling the city directly using the official phone number. If you receive a suspicious email, report it to the Alpine Police Department. For the latest news, log on anytime to our website. That is firstalert7.com. You can also download the First Alert 7 mobile news and weather apps. A reminder, join us right now streaming live on Wake Up West Texas Extra on the First Alert 7 Facebook page, YouTube channel, our website, and our mobile news app. Make it a great Thursday.
From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Thank you for joining us.
XTRA, thank you so much for waking up with us on this Thursday, Friday Eve. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy. Sawyer, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. I will be over there in a second. Sorry.
She'll come over in just a moment.
I'm in the weather center, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm doing important stuff.
She's in her domain on the weather.
Yes.
So let's bring her up on the camera. I'm just kidding. We won't do that. She's getting ready. Sawyer's going to walk over to the weather wall. You can see her there. She is in the studio at least. Thank you,
Yes.
Sawyer. We appreciate you streaming with us this morning. Take us with you wherever you go. Download our app. It's free of charge completely. Watch us on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. We want you to join us for all of our shenanigans, the news, the weather, anything you have going on. Speaking of the news, you know me, I'm a very big newsman, so we want to talk about some news we have for you. According to XTRA County officials this morning, they are redirecting voters from the MCM Elegante Hotel, the voting location there. There is a polling station for early voting there due to power outages caused by an accident. There are 4 other early voting locations available. The Annex building is one of those on 8th Street, 1010 East 8th Street. You can find those locations on firstalert7.com. We'll of course let you know when that power gets up and running. We haven't heard anything on the crash itself, details-wise, but we do know the power has been knocked out to the polling station there on University and East Loop 338. So keep that in mind. As you start your day, maybe you're heading off to the polls. I hope you have, headed off to the polls. I'm talking a lot this morning. My vocal cords want to just fall out sometimes. But we hope you made your voice heard.
Encore, 332 people are impacted by that. Estimated
Significant.
Restoration is 10 a.m. and it does not say anything about the
Cause or anything investigating.
Cause.
Okay. Very good information from the Storm Center Encore outage map. Thank you, Sawyer, for that. Good context in this morning. Let us know what you're thinking. We also want West Texas to weigh in. We have several polls we want to get to this morning. We have trivia. How many faces does a dodecahedron have? We have our answer finally, and our answer from our producer is, which one is correct? 12 is the answer.
So we were right. Good job.
Congratulations, Sawyer.
You're so smart.
80% of y'all had it right. 10 is a good guess, by the way, as well. 14 would not have been a bad answer either, honestly.
No, and after we thought about the fact that it's a three-dimensional shape, I was like, maybe it might be 12.
You never know. Yeah,
Because then it would have the, the 2 extra sides.
Could it have been a trick question? Possibly. That's very true. So we appreciate his trivia question this morning. We do really enjoy doing these as well. Okay, so we're going to bring our polls down. We're going to come up with one more trivia question. We'll come back to it in just a little while. In the meantime, though, it's time for one of our favorite parts of the show, which we missed a lot last hour.
We did.
Our
And I
iCam
got
tour.
upset.
That's true. Yeah, Sawyer was like,
He was talking about squirrels, and I was like, iCams.
iCams
Hello.
now, because look at this.
But
Big
yes,
Spring.
Big Spring looks really nice out there this morning. Blue sky, sunshine, relatively light winds. We have a little bit of a breeze going this morning as a cold front does approach the region, but not anything like what we've seen to start off the week or last week as well. And luckily, no weather alerts in effect. But let's go and head somewhere fun this morning. Because
Sure.
why not?
Why not? It looks nice out there, like you said, some pretty clear skies. Hotel settles there, gleaming in the distance there across the city of Big Spring early this morning. Excuse me.
Need some water,
I guess
Matthew?
so. In case you're, it's so emotional for me to look at Big Spring.
This is Philly, and I'm going to it because there's a ton of people on this.
East Philadelphia, born and raised, yeah. Not me, just kidding.
Yeah, there's a ton of people there. This is Ben Franklin Parkway in
Tourists.
Philadelphia, and there's a ton of people walking around there. Still some snow on the ground from that, blizzard over the weekend, but
Look at that, the city of brotherly love.
is that what Philly's called? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't know that. Intriguing. Oh yeah, there's a sign that says love, isn't that? Yes. There's one in New York that
Part
says
of
that
their
too.
thing.
Let's go to. Sorry. I'm thinking of things. We're going to Westminster, Massachusetts now. Should I tell you where that is, aside from being in Massachusetts? No. But yes, this looks like a ski resort. It is the Mountain Pond camera, is what it's called.
Okay. Mountain pond. I wonder if this is a high elevation pond. Fascinating. It's frozen over, I wonder.
Possibly. And then let's go to, I don't know. We're just good. There's people. Where?
Oh, right there on the right-hand side, bottom, right above our First Alert 7 logo.
Oh, yep, I see them.
Very nice.
And then let's go. Sometimes there aren't people on our iCam, okay?
It's
y'all?
a novelty for sure.
This is New Mexico. This is the Navajo Dam on Navajo Lake. Look at that.
Beautiful. Look at that.
I love that. I miss lakes. You know, I know we have a couple out here.
We do. Reservoirs.
Small ones, reservoirs, yes, but I just miss going out on the water, going boating.
I need to take you out there sometime.
Sure, let's go.
That'd be fun.
Why not?
Used to go on Lake Spence back in the day, growing up.
What's that one? Is that the one?
Coke County.
Where's that?
San Angelo, north of San Angelo. That's where we always went growing up. Brownwood as well. But, you know, a few places. A lot of people go up to Lubbock around there. We have, of course, Lake Balmoral as well. That's always a good option locally.
Can't go fishing on Lake Balmoral.
J.B. Thomas.
Like
Well,
boat.
so you can go swim. I don't know
boating?
no, I don't know if boating. I'm not 100% on that. I hadn't been in a long time. San Solomon Springs out there, if you're going out there to Toyvale. Very, very nice.
Speaking
Just
of lakes,
if you're
though,
interested in water
One of the
features.
most notable lakes in the state of Texas.
Lake Travis out there near Austin.
Yes.
Looking great out there this morning. Fantastic view. Glassy water,
I would say
clear
there's-
skies. It's perfect time to go fishing.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful start to the day. Ugh, man, I miss the lakes.
Got to head out to the lake
Miss the
sometime.
water.
Yes. Love the water.
But anyway, is our trivia question ready? All right.
All right, let's go
pull
back
that
to our
back up.
trivia. Yeah. Let's see what it is. Which creature on Earth has the
Ooh.
strongest bite? I think I know this one. I'm going to reserve my vote. I will vote on the. I'll wait till somebody else votes so I don't mess. Oh, it's fine. I'll just say what I think.
I was gonna say we conjointly talked about the
That's
answer
true.
last hour. I think it's hippopotamus. Is it not?
No, I thought it was a saltwater crocodile. So I'll vote that. You vote that, and we'll see who's right.
Okay.
Certainly not. Goodness, jaguar, human, African. You know, I want to say on the list of dangerous bites, human is near the top because of how much bacteria we have in our mouth. They could kill somebody.
Yeah, very easily.
Kill anything really with our bite because of how awful, nasty our mouths are in many different ways.
Gross.
Even if you brush your teeth, that's true. But yes, compared to like dogs have much cleaner mouths than we do. At least that's the saying. But humans have very bad bacteria bites.
Intriguing.
So isn't that interesting out there this morning? Let us know what you think. FirstAlert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code. Extra trivia will be answered at about 8:58 this morning. We'll get
Yes.
an answer to that. So about 50 minutes from now, we'll have an answer for you. You have plenty of time to vote. We have a few other trivia questions we want to get to as well as we look through all of them. Looking at a few of the different ones, which would you rather fight? This was an interesting one to kind of, philosophical almost. One horse-sized duck, so a massive duck, or small little bitty horses, 100 duck-sized horses. I chose the latter.
Yeah, I think I chose the horses as well.
Just makes sense because, you have little bitty tiny horses you can just kick around or whatever you need to do.
Sure. Okay.
Well, I mean, if they're coming after you, if you have to fight them, it might be what you have to do.
All right. Next one is,
Oh.
which cryptid would you rather meet? Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Mothman.
The chupacabra.
My vision got really blurry for a moment. I was like squinting at
That's what I chose, the chupacabra. I haven't heard of Mothman. Isn't he in New Jersey?
It's like the Appalachians.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So he's an omen, I'm hearing. Okay.
I chose Loch Ness Monster. I feel like it would be fun to see Loch Ness Monster.
Probably
as long
the
as you're
most-
on land, like,
Well,
why not?
Who's the most famous on this list? I'd probably go with
Probably Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Okay. Next to Loch Ness, probably. Honestly, they're probably in the order of popularity. Maybe Chupacabra switch with Mothman. I would say.
Sorry, I was thinking about something.
Oh, you're imagining fighting Bigfoot?
No, I was thinking of one of the rides at Disney has a.
The Yeti?
Well, yes, his name is Harold the Yeti,
Oh.
in the Matterhorn. But there's
Which
also,
is a type of Bigfoot.
But there's also, I think it's another Yeti in. There's a Mount Everest ride at Walt Disney World, and I was trying to think of like if that was Bigfoot or if it was a Yeti. I'm
Probably a
assuming
Yeti.
it's
I won't say it's probably. If he's
because
white,
it's-
yes. If he's white, he's a Yeti.
But yes, because it's Mount Everest, so it's the Himalayas. So, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, because they have stuff in the line. The line's really cool because they have like footprints and stuff like that,
Oh, that's
and like
neat.
newspaper clippings.
Clues, essentially, leading up to him.
So
Okay.
yes. He's cool. He's kind of scary,
I bet
and
you
he's
he
also
is.
broken. So that's
Oh.
it's an interesting thing because
Yes. Goodness.
no, it's an interesting thing because like they can't replace him unless they like completely like tear down the ride because they like built the ride around him. And so he's been broken for like years. And so now he's just like Disco Yeti because it's just like a strobe light.
Oh, so he actually doesn't do anything
No,
anymore.
he used to like move and like grab at you, but he doesn't like move anymore. So
that is a
he's-
lot of technology
He's
for
literally
sure.
just like Disco Yeti. They just have like a strobe light.
Good to know. Good to know. In your experience, what is the best shift to work? I chose the graveyard shift, which is midnight-ish coming up. Now, I remember growing up, my mom used to work 12-hour shifts, 7 p to 7 a.
Ooh.
And so that was always a tough shift, but she liked it. She liked it. Tough shift, but she really enjoyed it. And I grew up thinking I'd never would enjoy working a shift like that, and here I am. And here I was. I was more so on that shift prior to, and I really enjoyed it. You learn a lot about how you work, how to manage your sleep, or lack thereof. But also there's other shifts too, morning shift, midday, night, you know. Some of them have nicknames like third shift and other things like that. So there's a lot of ways you could interpret these shifts, but let us know what you think. Leading is a morning shift, which I think is a more normal shift that a lot of people do. But it seems like 37% see graveyard shift as well. So
Yeah, that actually just went up as we
Yeah.
were talking. So
Oh, okay.
intriguing. And I think we have one more.
Yes.
No, we did not have any more.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was everything. Yeah, obviously. Oh, here we go. I was scrolling down too far. Sorry.
Say.
Which option is better? Oversleep every day for a week, speaking of sleep, or not get any sleep for an entire week? Now, one of them makes you feel really good and is probably the healthiest option. The other is not healthy and will not make you feel good and almost as dangerous. But it's,
It can be. I mean, being sleep deprived is
just bad
almost
overall.
Work as being, or almost as bad as being intoxicated in some cases.
It is.
But I mean, obviously, oversleep in the sense of like you're late to work, you miss things, not just like sleeping in. So, I chose that even though I've never done it. But I like.
You're very good at your sleep. You're very punctual to work.
Yes,
I
I'm like,
will
okay,
vouch
trying to
for
sleep
that.
here. Yes, I'm very punctual to work, even if I don't sleep very well. Like I've had nights where I've gotten 30 minutes or less of sleep, and I'm still
You still get up and go.
here. I push through it. I may cry, but I still do it.
That's one thing growing up, I think a lot of parents try to teach us. I know I had trouble growing up with that as well. Is no matter what, you got to get up, you got to go to school, you got to get up and get ready no matter what, how you feel. It's just is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Next one, which barnyard animal would you prefer to have as a pet at home? A lot of people choosing horse because that is a very common pet. Chicken's on the board, surprisingly
chicken.
not in second, a cow, which I could see the benefits of having a cow. You have milk and a loving friendship and maybe some hamburgers. So that's always good too.
Matthew.
I guess it's a pet though. You're right. That's true. I do love my hamburgers though, I'll be honest. And poor cow, but we do appreciate their brisket they give us.
We did mention that we need to go to
Enjoy some brisket.
enjoy some brisket.
That's true.
Soon.
Very, very true. We also want to get a check of the forecast very soon as well with meteorologist Sora McRae right after this quick break. So don't go anywhere. Wake Up West Texas Extra continues. Download our app wherever you go. Take us with you wherever you are. You can download our app for free on your Fire TV, Roku, your app on your phone, tablet, or connected TV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines as we do start off the day. Slightly cooler temperatures across the region today, warming things right back up into the weekend. Sun relief is ahead coming up next week. Temperature trend as we head throughout the next 10 days. Above normal temperatures are expected throughout most of the next 10 days, aside from Monday, with temperatures actually below normal for this time of year. But those rain chances will increase as well as a cold front does pass through the area coming up on Monday. Those rain chances anywhere from about 10 to 40%. Best chance coming up Tuesday night into Wednesday. Starting off today, we are starting off the day with quiet conditions, partly cloudy skies hanging onto some clouds across the region. Those temperatures ranging from the 40s to the 70s, 57 currently at the International Air and Spaceport, and those winds anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour, give or take. And like I mentioned, we are hanging on to some clouds, but otherwise quiet conditions this morning. Travel cast for today, sunny and warm, high of 79, low overnight of 49. And if you are traveling anywhere across the state, here's a look at what to expect. 81 with sunny skies for Dallas, 83 partly cloudy, breezy for Houston, 88 sunny, breezy for Austin, 76 sunny skies for Lubbock. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we are going to see those temperatures warming right back up into the weekend before cooling down coming up.
Sorry. Goodness gracious. Sawyer's just so excited for the rainfall next week that the rain is just making her giddy.
Sure.
And the heat is quite a lot too. It's almost making you lose your mind.
Yes.
Seeing temperatures 28 degrees above average.
21 actually.
21 on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Fascinating stuff there for sure. And also across this entire show here on Wake Up West Texas Extra, we're so glad you're streaming with us here.
Oh boy.
We've definitely had a lot to talk about this morning. A reminder, the polling location at MCM Elegante Hotel at East University in East Loop 338 is closed because of a crash that in turn knocked the power out for a lot of people apparently.
Yeah, 300 and something people.
Customers over in that part of town, so keep that in mind. You can find the latest on that going to stormcenter.encore.com.
317.
317.
Estimated restoration is 10 a.m.
Okay, so about a couple hours still, almost until they were able to get the power going. So keep that in mind as you're starting your day out there this morning. But there are four other polling locations to be exact, that you can go to make your voice heard on the primaries. You have until tomorrow to vote at the polling locations closing time. So check the website, firstalert7.com, for that information as well. Talking now, a very important topic across the area, bike safety. Texas Department of Transportation asking you to weigh in on a new plan to expand and improve bicycle infrastructure right here in our area.
TxDOT is developing a bicycle transportation plan for the Odessa area, analyzing safety concerns, connectivity needs, and potential bicycle tourism routes. The plan is part of a statewide effort to put the community's needs at the forefront as the city's bicycle use grows.
I mean, I think a lot of people are interested in cycling, but they're scared, and it's hard to tell them to be super, to go out there and do it when the city's not really backing it. Or
if you know any way to improve the city, you can submit feedback through the official online survey at texdot.gov. The public comment period for Odessa's bicycle plan closes March 17th. Something that I have had the privilege of covering over the years and speaking to are a lot of the folks in our bicycling community here locally. A lot of them own bicycle shops. It's a passion of theirs. They have Facebook groups and get together for rides. I think of the Ride of Silence to remember their colleagues and friends who have been hit and killed, unfortunately, on our roadways here in our area. You might drive around. I think of Highway 158, Highway 191 in Midland County. There's ghost bikes up there. You see them painted in white with names on them. Those are people who have been hit and killed on our roadways, for a multitude of different reasons, but in bicycles. And so this is an issue that has plagued our area for quite some time. They're trying to make it safe as possible because we do have bike lanes and things like that. But of course, they're working on expanding that infrastructure with a Midland Odessa bike park at some point. That's been a project ongoing for quite some time. But in the meantime, they want your input on this. What do you think they need to work on and focus on and add safety-wise, but maybe also features and amenities as well? TxDOT wants you to weigh in on that. So go to texdot.gov to be able to weigh in and see what you think, especially if you're part of this bicycling community. But an important topic.
Yes.
Skill Point Alliance, meanwhile, in education, has received $1 million grant from the Lowe's Foundation.
The funding comes through the Gable Grants program, which supports nonprofits preparing the next generation of trade professionals.
Now, they also say SkillPoint offers industry-recognized certifications, hands-on training, and direct employer connections. They provide free classes in some big industries, including electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and manufacturing technician training all across the state.
This funding will expand those programs in Austin, New Braunfels, Seguin, San Antonio, and the Permian Basin. The focus will be on increasing program capacity and connecting more Texans to these in-demand trade careers.
Many of our programs are designed to be completed in just a few weeks, and our students will be able to, access these careers and really begin to, increase the earnings that they get through these programs. And we're super excited that they'll be able to really potentially create generational wealth for themselves and their families.
SkillPoint Alliance says that there has been a high demand for these types of jobs for decades. The demand has only increased in the past few years. And of course, very important jobs. Everybody needs an electrician, a plumber, HVAC out here especially.
It gets hot.
Very nice that, SkillPoint Alliance is getting this grant, and that can help, this future of these industries.
Absolutely. We like to see youth being involved in things like this, who are able to learn these trades and skills that they will take with them throughout their entire lives and be able to pass that on as well. And so having that kind of support through an organization like this and through the Lowe's grant as well has been able to change a lot of these programs for the better, adding these technologies and different kinds of features that they're able to provide for these students to be able to learn hands-on, which is the best type of learning, is actually get to work with the equipment that they will be working with, doing what they're doing right here, working how to wire things and actually learning it, not just reading it in a book, which is important as well.
Yes.
But actually getting your hands dirty and getting into it, that is the best way to learn. I would know myself doing a career and technical education program as well. I couldn't do this job if I didn't have that kind of training prior to that. So very, very good to be able to get in on this. We hope you'll consider that if your kids are thinking of maybe moving into high school and then looking at a career and technical education course, might be the one for you. Something we didn't touch on, which is important, is welding. Huge out here.
Very big in the industry out here, of course. With the oil industry, welding kind of goes hand in hand with that, but of course, welding is important in general on its own.
It is 100%. So of course you can find all these stories on our website, firstalert7.com. We have had such a fun time here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We still have another full half hour to go here on the show. We're very excited to bring you all of that here in the next half hour. We'll have the answer to that trivia question as well. We'll bring you back some of the polls here in just a little bit. But first, time now for a quick break for a First Alert 7 news and weather update for our television viewers on First Alert 7 CBS. So again, don't go anywhere. Sawyer and I will be back with another check of your news and weather in just a few seconds. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Morning, everyone. Time now is 8:25. Good morning to you. I'm Matthew Alvarez here with meteorologist Sawyer McRae for a check of the forecast. Sawyer, happy Friday Eve.
Yeah, happy Friday Eve, Matthew. We are looking at a nice day ahead. Things a little bit cooler across the region behind a cold front, but still above normal for this time of year. Temperatures warming right back up as we head throughout the next couple of days into the 80s and 90s by this week. And some relief is on the way next week in the form of cooler temperatures and rain chances as well. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Pecos this morning, where we are hanging on to some clouds and looks like a little bit of dust out there, but those winds aren't terrible across the region. Those winds, those temperatures, anywhere from the 40s to the 60s, 57 in Midland and Odessa currently. Those winds, like I mentioned, not terrible, anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And we are hanging on to some clouds across the region, but otherwise quiet conditions. Temperatures today, like I mentioned, are going to be slightly cooler, but still above normal for this time of year. Those highs ranging from the 70s to the 90s by this afternoon and evening. 79 for Midland and Odessa, 84 for Pecos, 82 for Fort Stockton, 92 for Presidio, and those winds through the day anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour, with strongest winds expected across southeast New Mexico. Coming up tonight, expect clear skies, light winds, those winds anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour, and lows a little bit mild once again heading into Friday in the 40s and 50s. 49 overnight for Midland, 50 for Odessa. Temperatures warming right back up, looking at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast. As we head into the weekend, those highs into the 80s and even 90s for some Saturday and Sunday. Cold front on the way Monday, cooling things down once again in the new week and bringing more rain chances back to the region as well.
Sawyer, thank you very much. Continuing coverage now in Big Spring, where a juvenile has been arrested after bringing a gun to school yesterday morning. Police were called to Big Spring High School, and officers were able to take the minor into custody without incident and secure the gun. The student was taken to the juvenile probation office for processing. He is charged with possession of a weapon on a prohibited premises in a weapon-free zone. Big Spring ISD released a statement saying they were made aware of the possibility of a gun on campus around 10 in the morning. The district security officer immediately began investigating and contacted the police department. Big Spring ISD released the statement saying, quote, possession of a firearm on school property by a student is an extremely serious violation of the student code of conduct. District police says it's a criminal matter. This incident is being treated as such, end quote. There was also a school threat in Lamesa. Police say a 17-year-old has been taken into custody. Around 11 p.m. Tuesday night, police received a tip about a possible threat to Lamesa High School. Wednesday morning, a 17-year-old was arrested in connection to that threat. In a social media post, the district said the threat has been neutralized and is working closely with law enforcement to ensure the safety of its campuses. Lamesa police say there is no active threat to the school district. The Texas Department of Transportation asking for your help in weighing in on a new plan to expand and improve bicycle infrastructure. TxDOT is developing a bicycle transportation plan for the area, analyzing many different concerns for the cycling community.
I mean, I think a lot of people are interested in cycling, but they're scared, and it's hard to tell them to be super, to go out there and do it when the city's not really backing it. Or
if you know of any way to improve the city or any of the inputs you want to give, go to the TxDOT.gov website. The public comment period for Odessa's bicycle plan closes, by the way, on March 17th. For the latest news, log on anytime to our website, firstalert7.com. We'll be back in another half an hour for another check of the news and weather. In the meantime, though, you really should join us on Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming right now on the First Alert 7 Facebook page, YouTube channel, our website, and our mobile news app. Make it a great Thursday.
From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, You're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you. Half past the hour, 8:31 on this Thursday, but we like to call it around here Friday Eve. Do you call it that? We hope you do. I was trying to listen for a response there.
That felt like very like Dora.
Can you say Friday Eve? Sorry. Isn't that the way it is?
Director's in the background, like, what is he doing?
Well, I mean, that's the way it's said. I mean, can you say Friday Eve? We should have a song for it at this point. Goodness gracious.
We should clip like all of the fun things that we say through the week. And
Make
then
a
do
montage?
compilation, yeah.
That would be a long, that would take up half the hour.
No, it literally just be peak of the week Wednesday, Friday Eve, and finally Friday.
Oh, just like as a daily thing.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I love that. That's a good idea,
Not like
actually.
all the chaos that happens.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, it'd be
I
half
mean,
the
yes,
show.
that too, but no.
I have to do that sometime. Maybe a wrap up at the end of the month or something. Let's take a look at our polls as West Texas weighs in. Go to firstalert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code on your screen. Which barnyard animal would you prefer to have as a pet? A lot of people chose a horse.
I chose a cow. Not a cow. I chose a pig.
It's like a cow. A pig would make a lovely pet.
I love pigs. I always have. My favorite book-
Bacon.
No, Matthew.
Oh, I'm
Alvarez,
sorry.
You don't cook your pet. You
Well,
also said the same thing for your cow too, dude.
cheeseburgers and brisket.
Yes. Clearly, we're hungry right now. or
Yeah,
at
I'm
least
surprised a
Matthew
goat's
is.
not on here. I'll probably say the same thing about that too.
I chose a pig. My favorite book when I was a kid was If You Give a Pig a Pancake. I could literally like
I love that.
recite that book by memory.
Or if you give a mouse a cookie.
It's that same like
That series.
but yeah, If You Give a Pig a Pancake. I loved that book. It was so cute. I still have it actually.
That's wonderful. I love pigs in a blankets, by the way. I don't know. That was just kind of tagging on to that.
Ew. Yes,
So
a
good.
kolache.
A kolache,
Jacob
yes.
Brandenburg, if you're watching, we would like some kolaches this morning, please.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Sure, our friend can help us out there. Our next poll of the morning is, which barnyard animal would you prefer to have as a pet? I clicked the same one. I tell you, I'm not very good at this darn thing. Would you rather fight? It even transitioned like it was going to show me something.
That
It's like
was
it's trying to like mess me up here. Okay.
I'm ready to bait you.
Yeah, there it is. Which would you rather fight, a one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I think I chose duck-sized horses.
That's a good one. I like that. Our next one, which cryptid would you rather meet? This one's a very interesting one. I chose the chupacabra.
Why?
It's near and dear to me. I feel
I've
like
actually met it already.
I feel like I have.
Oh, okay.
On a road, it looks like it's like a hairless dog. They apparently suck the blood out of chickens and goats.
Oh.
They leave their bodies there, is what I've heard. But I wonder if it's just a coyote with darn mange.
Probably out here, yes.
But you see it on the ranch out there. You can see them out there.
Intriguing.
Probably just coyotes, yeah.
Odd.
Have you not experienced that?
No.
Is living out in Colorado?
No.
Maybe it's just a Texas thing.
In Colorado, what do we have?
And Mexico. I believe chupacabra was in Mexico as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
Colorado
does
definitely has
have
Bigfoot.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I went.
Has
home
your dad? I feel like he has wrestled with Bigfoot.
just because of my dad lore.
Yes.
No, but I bet if I asked him, he probably would say that he's seen Bigfoot before.
Oh, so he's got some tall tales to tell.
That man's been hunting since he was 14 years old in
Wow.
the Rocky Mountains.
So he's
like,
probably had some encounters.
He's probably, yeah.
He's probably seen the Mothman at this point. And Loch Ness. Loch Ness. What's the name of it? Nessie. There you go. Yeah.
And that makes me think of Twilight, but anyway.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, goodness. 38% said they also want to see Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, in Scotland.
Yes,
So that would be pretty cool to see.
the Highlands.
So let us know again. You go to firstalert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code right there on your screen.
It's a good episode.
We will go back to our big trivia question
Yes,
of
we
the
have
morning.
trivia now on Wake Up West Texas Extra, and you have to stay tuned in till the end of the show for the answer. This one is, which creature on Earth has the strongest bite? And Matthew and I are both,
We differed.
oh, well, I was going to say, we're both good. We haven't looked it up, as far
Oh,
as
okay.
I know.
No, I didn't want to look it up. No.
I
that ruins
chose
it.
hippopotamus. Great white,
See,
great white shark is
Right.
up to 30.
The hippopotamus is a good guess.
Hippopotamus!
A hippo is strong and powerful, but a saltwater crocodile really can chomp down. So I don't know.
Have you ever not seen a hippo like crush a
watermelon? I have, but I've also seen a saltwater crocodile in many of the movies that I've watched do some bad things.
Yeah, so have sharks. Have you ever never seen
See,
Jaws?
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
I mentioned this earlier. I don't think I would like to be bit by any of these.
No, even a human, especially probably one of the deadliest bites you can have. How much bacteria there is. I have been bitten. I was going to say. I guess I should. I have.
Well, we wanted more lore, but not that lore.
Yeah, but I mean, it's true. I have been bitten, unfortunately.
I mean, when you have siblings, you have brothers. I mean, yeah, I would bet there have been some.
I wish
fights
it was
where-
one of them.
Oh, that's concerning.
A little bit. Go to firstalert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code. I won't go more into that. I'm sorry if you wanted to know. But take us with you wherever you go. Work, store, grocery store, you name it. Watch your favorite First Alert 7 shows by downloading our app on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. And now we're taking a live look outside so we don't miss this part over the skies of Pecos out there. Some high clouds, I-20 looking nice and clean out there to start off the day. Yeah, clean is definitely an adjective, isn't it?
Don't rag on
Clear.
our friends in Pecos.
No, I mean, it's true.
They're friends.
I chose clean of all things. I meant like clear as in the traffic's moving along smoothly.
Oh,
it is clean looking
It
though.
looks like they're doing like construction on I-20 there. There's like 6 trucks in like the median. Hello.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yes, like Ethan Yost says, severe clear.
Oh, is that a thing?
Apparently he says that.
I like
Never
that.
heard him say that.
It's looking severe clear outside, y'all. He's becoming a Texan.
Sure.
That's good to see, though. It looks nice out there on this camera. As everyone's getting off to work this morning, 8:37 on a Thursday, Friday eve. I-20. This is facing, by the way, this is facing to the west,
Yes.
northwest, in Pecos, towards downtown.
Sorry, I'm looking for an iCam.
She's searching far and wide on her map of iCams across our network,
Yes.
which we like to take a look at.
I love this camera. We've been to this many times before. This is
Look at them. Boom.
in British Columbia.
How many falls this thing has recorded, I wonder. They all look very talented, though.
I was just saying, in Canada, those people are on ice skates
They're adept.
before they even walk.
Yeah.
Like, they're ice skating is
It's
like
second nature to them,
second
yeah.
nature to them. Look at them. They're flying. There's a guy on a bike.
Goodness. Look at the beautiful lighting.
There's a Segway.
And mind you, it is still very early in the
Oh, okay,
morning
I saw
there.
it. It is. It's so it's 6:30 a.m.
And they're
I'd say.
already out skating. Just what you do before work, I guess, on a Thursday morning.
You know, we've talked about, obviously I love skating, ice skating, rollerblading, whatever. That's such a good workout. I would rollerblade to school when I was in 5th grade.
You would rollerblade to school?
Yes.
How far was it?
A couple blocks.
And you'd show up in rollerblades to school? How did that go?
I'd obviously pack shoes in a different bag.
So you made an effort to do that?
Yeah, I did it literally every day for like,
No, correct me if I'm wrong. Rollerblades are the ones in line.
yes, inline skates.
So
yes.
even harder than a normal.
Oh, I love to rollerblade as opposed to roller skating.
Fascinating.
I have rollerblades at home.
Did
They're
you have
purple.
any incidents on that route?
I did not know.
Okay, good.
However,
Well.
my friend that I would rollerblade with, that I mentioned earlier in the show,
Common thing, I guess.
about basketball, she broke her finger.
Oh, she fell.
She was waiting outside one morning for me, and my parents have a rock driveway as also a concrete driveway, but my dad parked in the rock driveway, and some of the rocks were kind of loose, and she got her rollerblade stuck on it and fell and broke her finger. And so
Oh, dear.
she went, but she didn't know, and she went to school all day, and then her finger like
Swelled
progressively
up.
gets more swollen, more bruised. She's like, I can't feel this. I think I broke my finger, and then her mom picked her up, took her to the urgent care, and
Get an
they're
X-ray?
like, yeah, her finger's broken.
Oh, boy.
But I think we still rollerbladed even after that.
Tiffany McElroy saying hello from Arizona. Good morning, Tiffany.
She's flying.
Oh,
morning,
okay.
y'all.
Well, good
I was
morning
like,
to
why
you.
Are you in Phoenix? But that
Glad
makes
you
sense.
joined us. As you on a layover or destination? Okay, layover. Great.
Say hello to Sky.
Yes.
Just kidding. Sky. She won't say Sky. But
Fascinating story, though. I mean, that's interesting. I have not had much of any experience with those. I have been on a roller skate, and I have hurt myself that one time. Not the incident with the ice skating, also that one time. I'm not good with those kind of things.
so what I'm hearing is Matthew Alvarez
Not
nowhere near any type of skate.
as, no. I mean, I will try it for TV maybe one day because it'd be funny. That's as far as that would go
No,
for
I
sure.
think you would get hurt and then have to like file a claim with our.
Right, that's true. They probably wouldn't let me. That's true.
HR
Jay
or
Hendricks, when him and I were at Starbright Village for the lighting, he got on that kind of a rink.
I was gonna say, don't get me started on that, because
it's-
that was not ice skating.
it's not an ice
that
rink.
was literally plastic, and everybody was walking around. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I was gonna say it was safer for him to kind of tread on. It was safe for the kids and him too.
No, that was not ice
to
skating.
walk up behind us.
Which
So
I
it's
get,
pretty
because
cool.
it's Texas, it's West Texas, but some areas, Dallas, Austin, I think, have like outdoor rinks during wintertime, and they figure it out. So
We used to have one down the hall,
yeah,
but
And
now
we
it's a
have roller
rollerblade rink. So cool.
Oh, bless you.
Rink and roll is awesome.
I don't. Well,
If only I would
Lori
try
Munn's
it.
sitting
I'm
off
too
camera
scared.
right here. You can't see her, but they went during the winter storm and went rollerblading.
That's so
Because
cool. I
why
did hear
not?
about that. Because why not? That's true. We were indoors. It's a good place to go. Check out the rink and roll. It's a very good destination here in our
I've
community.
never been.
Got to
Even
check
though
it
I
out.
Obviously, love to rollerblade.
Yeah.
Skate. Never been.
You should go try it out. It's really down the hall.
I know it is. Maybe between like Wake Up West Texas Extra and the noon one day.
That might just be a full segment on Extra one day. It's just have you down there. Excuse me. I just dropped my
Like,
phone.
Throwing things.
Checking my emails as I'm talking as well. Let's head over to Connecticut, where a kindly resident left some provisions out for squirrels as snacks after light snow covered the New Haven area yesterday. According to the National Weather Service, parts of New Haven recorded up to 2.2 inches of snow on Wednesday, 2 days after a blizzard slammed the region. The woman who captured the video joked that if it weren't for the free breakfast, these poor squirrels would have probably had to move to Florida. I would too as well. I've seen that kind of snow out there. Time for a summer home, or excuse me, a winter home in Florida. I see what they call it, Winter Haven, Florida. Very nice view out there this morning. A lot of snow. That squirrel was like, let me get back into my little area here to get nice and warm out there. Now, as Pokemon celebrates its 30th anniversary, fans in Tokyo tell AFP why they love the franchise so much, saying they love Pokemon characters, their voices, and everything just is really adorable for them. Another fan saying they create bonds with these fictional characters. And a lot of people went out there. There was Pikachu, the mouse, Jigglypuff, the balloon to the jackal-headed Lucario. There were more than 1,000 different Pokemon, a part of the franchise. So really, really nice out there. We also Charizard. That's one Jacob told me about.
I was going to say you love talking about Charizard. I love Jigglypuff.
Togepi.
It's a little egg, apparently.
I like
according to the
Yoshi.
director. I don't think Yoshi's a Pokemon.
He's not.
I was going to say, that's a Mario character.
It is. Goodness. Well, beloved baby monkey Punch, we have an update for you, was spotted clinging to the leg of a zookeeper during feeding time in Ichikawa, Japan on Tuesday. Punch, of course, is the baby macaque we've told you about after he was abandoned by his own mom. Took to his stuffed toy for comfort after that. He's now getting more separation from that toy as well. As Punch is now with his zookeeper, really taking on to his troop and enjoying quality time.
I love this. I love that he's making friends, he's hanging out with the troop, and he also making friends with the zookeepers as well while he's getting some lunch or a snack.
Definitely so. I mean, you can see him really jumping along there, really wanting to snack, and glad he's coming out of his shell, if you will, and kind of getting away from that.
I was going to say, the
Plushie.
Ring-Tang is nowhere to be found.
No.
So he's definitely getting more kind of integrated with the group.
Yeah, so glad to see that. We'll bring you Punch updates as we get them. Now to Samsung, which unveiled a new Galaxy S26 smartphone Wednesday, putting a heavy focus on artificial intelligence. The new S26 lineup features AI agents designed to predict what a user wants to do next and accomplish tasks on their behalf. Beyond the software, the phones feature hardware upgrades, including a more powerful processor and a camera system that captures better photos in the dark. There's also new screen technology that prevents bystanders from seeing sensitive data like your PIN codes and passwords and anything on your screen. Now, while AI is big this year, analysts say most consumers still buy new phones out of the necessity and prioritize things like fancy cameras, better displays, and new colors. The S26 lineup now available on Samsung.com for
And you
pre-order.
said it's what, $1,300?
For the Ultra.
Yes.
There's the Samsung S26, there's the Edge, the actual S26, there's a Plus, and the Ultra. So there's many different versions. Price ranges from, I believe, $799 or $899 up to $13. It's actually $1299 to be precise.
My phone's getting old. My mom ordered me a phone case the other day and sent it to me, and I got it, and I was like, this is for a 16 or 17. And I was like,
Was it wrong?
I have a 15. And she's like, really? I thought we all had a newer phone. And I was like, no. I was like,
They're
my phone's like-
expensive.
my phone's like 3 years old at this point.
Which is not too bad. Not too bad. It's getting up there for sure. Fascinating technology, though, coming from Samsung. Some of the artificial intelligence features. I talked about the privacy screen last hour. This hour, I'll focus more on artificial intelligence. There's really baked into their camera software, as well as their video viewing software. So, for instance, there's a feature called audio isolation. If there's
That's nice.
a video you film outside with a lot of wind, you can isolate your voice. Fascinating feature is that they've now applied it to things you're watching. So if you go to a YouTube video where the YouTubers outside sounds awful, you can isolate their voice, even live.
Wow.
Isn't that fascinating?
That's cool.
So lots of things to do with artificial intelligence, photo editing, photo development, meaning you can make a photo out of nothing essentially. So it ties into a lot of these features that AI has these days.
Nice, but also scary. And I don't know if I
It
like
can
it
be.
because I was going to say,
There's a lot of information these phones
y'all
have
know
for
my
sure.
stance on AI.
Yes, and these phones also, by the way, feature wider apertures on both their telephoto lens and the periscope lens, so allowing for better nighttime photos, crisper angles, as well as less noise. So really cool. Mr. Clean says he's retiring. That is according to social media posts attributed to the bald and brawny cartoon mascot. He says he's earned some time off after more than 60 years of representing his namesake brand. Procter & Gamble says that packaging for Mr. Clean products will stay the same. The company says that retirement is tied to an upcoming announcement.
Are they going to rebrand? Like,
I wonder if it's maybe a promotion on a new product of some sort. I couldn't tell you. They usually with a significant change like this, they're planning some sort of franchise flip up, for a little bit, if it's, even if it's just for a short time. Kind of like IHOB, International House of Burgers. It was a burger promo, I think back to 2019 when that was. 2021, I can't even remember. So maybe something like this, but I don't know. Maybe Mr. Clean is gone after all. We'll have to see what happens.
I mean, 60 years of being a,
the face.
the face of a brand is a long time.
That is pretty cool. Mr. Clean's iconic. I love seeing during Halloween all the Mr. Clean guys who try to, make it, because maybe they're bald already or they have a bald cap. And, he's got this very clean look to him, which is why he is Mr. Clean.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. We have still got a lot more to come this morning on Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Time now for Money with Mickey. The Supreme Court has ruled against tariffs, and new readings on inflation and consumer confidence combined to push the stock market higher yesterday. Joining us now to discuss all of this is Mickey Cargill from Cargill Investments, joining us live in studio. Mickey, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matthew.
So tariff drama seems to stay in the headlines consistently. What is the result of this big Supreme Court decision?
Well, the Supreme Court said that the president did not have the power under the code that he was using to apply tariffs. They said that belongs to Congress. That power belongs to Congress. So the president stepped back, put another rule in place, and applied a different tariff for everyone. Now, the tariff is a little bit lower than it was previously, but he has intention to raise it a little bit more. So there's still tariffs, it's just they're applied by a different rule.
So will there be refunds of tariffs that have already been collected, Mickey?
Matthew, that's the question that the Supreme Court did not address, so we don't know the answer to that. My understanding is that a company would have to prove that they were harmed by the tariffs in order to get a refund. Now, all this time, companies have been telling us that they had to raise their prices because of tariffs. So if they raised their prices and passed tariffs on to the consumer, they had no harm. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the courts.
I'm curious, what was the new reading on consumer confidence itself, and also how does that affect stock prices with that surge we saw?
So consumer confidence went up to 91.2 in the latest reading. That's up from 89. Now, the numbers themselves are somewhat meaningless. It's just that they are increasing. Consumer confidence is still considered to be cautious at this point, but it has been improving the last 3 months. The impact on the stock market is simply that as consumers are more confident, they spend more money, and that means corporate profits are higher, driving up stock prices. It's good for the stock market.
I'm curious how, and a lot of people are, how will the new tariffs affect inflation?
Well, and it all comes down to how you look at the tariffs and whether they're actually being passed on or not. The most recent inflation numbers are 2.4%. The Fed target is 2%. That's down from 9% 2 years ago. So inflation's definitely moving the right direction. Whenever we talked about it earlier, getting from 3% to 2% is going to be extremely sticky, and that's going to take some time. But, it is moving the right direction. The impact of tariffs, if they are applied, if they are passed on to consumers, which I believe they're not, but if they are applied to consumers, that's about 11% of our economy. The average tariff is 13.2%. So there should be, under that scenario, a one-time acceleration of inflation of 1.3% that would roll off after April. So we'll see in May whether tariffs are actually passed on to the consumers or not.
Very fascinating information there. Mickey Cargill with Cargill Investments joins us every Thursday here on Wake Up West Texas. Mickey, we appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you, Matthew.
All right, good information there as we continue to talk about the economy with Mickey Cargill giving us some metrics to go in on. In just a couple minutes, we'll have a First Alert 7 news and weather update. But first, some quick health headlines we want to get to. The number of parents getting their newborns vaccinated for hepatitis B is actually going down. A study published in JAMA found vaccination rates were 83% in 2023, but just 2 years later, rates fell to 73%. The vaccine substantially reduced deaths from hepatitis in America. In December, a CDC advisory committee changed universal vaccine recommendations on the Hep B vaccine.
And if you have a child who has big reactions to little triggers, that's not only stressful on the child, but the parents as well. Those so-called deeply feeling kids often take longer to calm down because they absorb the world in bigger ways. Clinical psychologist and millennial parenting whisperer, Dr. Becky Kennedy discussed ways to address some of the complicated emotions our little ones feel on CBS Mornings.
The first step is always saying very little, maybe nothing to a kid, and actually using our energy to try to do more to ourselves. Hold on. I'm the parent. Let me take a moment. And then what we're doing is we're not adding more fuel to their emotional fire.
Dr. Becky says that it's important not to dismiss your child's feelings by calling them dramatic or offer lectures and explanations. She offers more tips in her new book, Leave Me Alone, a good inside story about deeply feeling kids. I was one of those. I have big feelings even now as an adult. I'm very emotional. I'm very empathetic. I'm in tune. Well, I don't want to say I'm in tune with my emotions, but I'm not really in tune with my emotions. We've talked about it before. I cry at movies all the time. I
cry when you're laughing.
Yeah, cry during Nestor. It's a whole thing. But yes, kids have big feelings.
They do. They do have big feelings. So important to reel those in sometimes and use some good advice as well. Now for a news and weather update on First Alert 7.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Time now is 8:55. Good morning to you. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy. Joining us for a check of the forecast. Sawyer, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. Happy Thursday or Friday Eve, as we like to call it. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines as we do start off the day. Slightly cooler conditions are expected across the region today, with temperatures warming right back up heading into Friday and the weekend. Head of some relief next week with the passage of a cold front on Monday. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Andrews, where our camera seems to be frozen, but those temperatures ranging from the 40s to the 80s already. 82 in Dryden. I don't know if that's right this morning. 58 in Midland, 59 here in Odessa. Those winds anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour. And here's a look at that satellite and radar as we do start off the day. We are seeing those partly cloudy skies. Quiet conditions, though. Temperatures through today are going to warm up nicely into the 70s, 80s, and even 90s for some once again by this afternoon and evening. 79 for Midland and Odessa today, 84 for Pecos, 82 for Fort Stockton, 92 for Presidio, and winds through the day anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour as that cold front does pass through the area, with strongest winds expected across portions of southeast New Mexico. For tonight, clear skies, relatively light winds, those lows into the 40s and 50s heading into Friday. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10 day forecast. We are going to see things even warmer coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with highs back into the 80s and even 90s for some. Ahead of that cold front on Monday, cooling things down into the new week with temperatures back into the 60s and 70s. Rain chances on the way starting on Monday, continuing Tuesday, Wednesday, and throughout the majority of next week, with that best chance for rain and even thunderstorms coming up Tuesday night into Wednesday.
Let's turn now to a scam alert out of Alpine, where the city wants you to know about fraudulent emails that are circulating. These emails have been sent to people who submitted planning and zoning applications. The email is requesting large payments for application review or approval fees. They may even appear to come from city officials, but they are a scam. Remember, do not send any money and always verify payment requests by calling the city directly using the official phone number. If you receive a suspicious email, report it to the Alpine Police Department. A traffic alert now out of Odessa. We're beginning today. A large project will begin around Dixie Boulevard between 3rd Street and 6th Street. The city says Atmos Energy will be replacing old gas lines in this area. So this is going to cause multiple alleyways in the area to be shut down, and work will be happening on the shoulders of the roadways as well. This project is expected to take through April to complete. In education, the Skill Point Alliance has received a $1 million grant from the Lowe's Foundation, funding coming through the Gable Grants program, which supports nonprofits preparing the next generation of trade professionals. Skill Point Alliance offers industry-recognized certifications, hands-on training, and direct employer connections, providing free classes in electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and manufacturing technician training across Texas. The focus being on increasing program capacity and connecting more Texans to these in-demand trade careers.
Many of our programs are designed to be completed in just a few weeks, and our students will be able to, access these careers and really begin to, increase the earnings that they get through these programs. And we're super excited that they'll be able to really potentially create generational wealth for themselves and their families.
Skill Point Alliance says there has been a high demand for these types of jobs for decades, and the demand has only increased in the past few years. We'll have another check of the news and weather later on First Alert 7 News at noon with Jacob Brandenburg and meteorologist Sawyer McRae. You won't want to miss it. Make it a great Thursday. Let's turn now back to our trivia question, our Wake Up West Texas Extra Trivia. Let's see what the answer is for this poll. Which creature on Earth has the strongest bite?
I looked it up and it says saltwater crocodile.
60% only voted for that. I had the correct answer, thank goodness. Hippopotamus is pretty strong as well at 34%.
Well, technically what I found said that the great white shark may have a higher bite, force. However, it has not been tested in a live setting. And then hippopotamus is the strongest among mammals.
Fascinating. Okay, which is probably what you were thinking of. Okay, good advice there. Good to know, I guess, for our day. Good trivia. We're going to have trivia like that every single morning here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We had a great time this morning.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today.